So, gaming laptops are kind of epic. And lately, I've been asking myself the question of what is the best gaming laptop for less than 1,000 bucks. So, a basic laptop that people that want to get into gaming can buy that's less than 1,000 bucks, because I have actually been asking myself this question because I want to buy one of these so-called gaming laptops. And gaming laptop is code for just a laptop that has amazing specs, and that's why they tend to be extremely expensive, like 2,500 bucks for a gaming laptop. That's insanely high. So what's a good balance between, because you want good specs. If you go for a gaming laptop, you want one that has good specs, you can play all the games out today, along with anything else on the laptop. So like Photoshop, anything like that, it can also run those extremely fast because it has all of the best specs, but you don't want it to be too expensive. So I think, in my opinion, I found the best balance between good specs and less than 1,000 bucks. And that is the Lenovo IdeaPad Y510P. Now, you can see I conveniently have the website open. What are the odds of that? And you can see they have the Y500 and the Y510P, both the Lenovo, obviously, and IdeaPads, but slightly different models. The Y500 is cheap. I know on this it says it's $950 and $800 for the Y510P, but the Y510P is the expensive one, trust me. When you go to actually buy it, it's different. So the Y500 is actually, it still has amazing specs, but you can get this on Amazon for about $850, so pretty cheap, less than 900 bucks. And it has a 15.6-inch display, full 1080p. Both of them are like that because on my list, it has to be full 1080p displays. And 15.6 inches, that's good. And they both have that. This has a slightly outdated i7 chip inside of it, slightly out, it's not the top of the line basically, but for only $850, you can't complain. And this is just a fantastic laptop, the Y500, so for like $850 on Amazon, you cannot go wrong with this laptop. It's awesome. And the Y510P, I like this one the most between the two just because it has the newest chip inside of it. It's the new, I think it's called the Haswell chip, it's i7, and SSD is like double of the Y500, so just little stuff like that. So I like the Y500P, the 510P the best, because the specs are slightly better than the Y500, but you're going to pay for that. This is going to be, when you get it with like the e-coupon, which you definitely have to use, it's like a sale that they always have, Lenovo. So you punch in the e-coupon, and it's going to be 950 bucks. So it's like 100 bucks above the Y500, but you get slightly better specs. So you can see what you guys want the most. Like if you want one that has the, like amazing specs, and you're willing to spend just basically 1,000 bucks exactly, then the Y510P. But if you want one that's 850-ish and still amazing specs, it's the Y500. Now the only downside to these laptops is that the battery life isn't the best and it's a little bit on the thick side. But for me, I want a laptop that has awesome specs and it's just mobile enough that when I want to, I can fold it in half and take it with me. And these laptops definitely have that. And obviously when you're playing games, making videos, stuff like that, it's going to drain the battery life. But for me, I'm just going to plug it in when I'm using it. So it's not that big of a deal for me. So those are the only two big downsides, battery life and the thickness and weight of it, 6 pounds basically. So a little bit on the chunky side, but it's cheap and you get amazing specs for the money, so it's the best value in my opinion. And this is misleading how it says 800 bucks for the Y510P and 950 for the Y500, because when you go to buy it, there is, let me do this, for the Y510P, there's different models. And if you do this, they have a cheap one, which I don't know why they have that. And basically, it doesn't even have a 1080p display, which that's just bad. And the chips are not as good. So you definitely have to go with the one step up, which is the 950 one, like I said. And this is the best. And you have to use the e-coupon, like I said, because if you don't, it's 1,369 bucks. But if you use the e-coupon, which is like a weekly sale that they always have going on, it's only $950. So obviously type that in, and it's always changing, I think, weekly, so it's not going to be the same as in this video, but it tells you. So type that in, And this is the model I'll go with, not this cheap one that doesn't even have a 1080p display, but the 951 with the E-coupon, because it has amazing specs, 1080p display, the new i7 chip, and it's just a fantastic laptop. And the Y500, which is also fantastic, but a little bit less money and slightly not as good specs. It's still awesome, an amazing laptop. I would get this on Amazon because, once again, you can get this on Amazon for $850 because it's a few months old now, this one. The Y510P is like the updated Y500, as the name probably suggests. And both of these are fantastic, amazing value for the money. So if you want the IdeaPad Y500, type that in on Amazon, find the one that's like $850, and that's what you want to get. So anyway, guys, this is my opinion on the best gaming laptops. The laptops also look nice. They have a nice build quality, and it's just a good laptop. They have some downsides. Like I said, it's thick, it's a little bit heavy, the battery life isn't the best, but they have good specs, and they're relatively cheap. They're relatively cheap for what you're getting, and once again, full 1080p displays, 15 inches, which is like a good medium for laptops. And anyway, guys, in my opinion, let me know what you think down below in the comments. If you're still watching, give the video a like. That'll be awesome. Makes me feel good on the inside. And I'm gonna go now. So hope you enjoyed the video, and goodbye.